Hey, this is Ren, back with another episode of Professor Layten and the Last Specter. Sorry it took so long to make this one. I had some difficulty with the emulator, and it took me a while, but I finally got my save data into a new emulator. It annoys me to no end that I literally had to switch emulators, but it's because one of them just stopped working randomly. So, hope this one controls the same. But let's jump in. Our story so far. Layten and Emmy survey the destruction in town as they make their way to Clark Tritton's house. Layten learns that Clark didn't write the letter. Clark then tells the legend of the Specter. Layten vows to investigate the Specter. Before doing so, he asks to meet Clark's son, Luke. Chapter 2: The Boy Who Foretold Disaster. See if I can remember how this controls. I don't think that this is Luke's room. This appears to be Clark's study. Clark seems to be a tidy fellow. He always was very organized. I could learn a few things from him.
Maybe he's sleeping.
Perhaps. Luke, my name is Herschel Layten. I'm a friend of your father's. Could we talk for a moment?
Certainly, but first, you'll have to solve my door puzzle.
Your door puzzle? Ah, I see. Luke means to test our metal with a puzzle.
That's so cute, Professor. Let's do it.
So we shall.
See what kind of puzzle this is. If you are truly the esteemed Herschel Layten, then this puzzle should be no problem. You will have 15 seconds to perform a specific action in front of the door. Just a second, young one. How are we to know exactly what it is we're supposed to do? You may search the area outside my door as much as you like. And when we're ready to perform this action, whatever it may be, we should let you know? Correct, but I will tell you now, you can't do anything to solve this puzzle. This card says, "Happy 7th birthday. How adorable." This must have been one of Luke's birthday presents. Oh, it's a little stuffed teddy bear. It's so soft. Don't touch my bear! Well, that seems to be rather important to him, Emmy. Perhaps we should let it alone for now. Great grammar there, Professor Layten. I was just looking at it. Relax, Luke. It appears that Donald has left Luke's lunch outside his door. Luke, if you don't come out and get your lunch, it'll get cold. And I may end up eating all of it myself. If you're really that hungry, you can have it. Well, that didn't work. Is this a picture of mythology? I believe so. The town looks quite magical when it's enveloped in mist. Professor, wait, do you think there's a hint for opening the door hidden within this picture? Let me take a closer look. You don't see anything here. This plate looks handmade. The number 2 is imprinted on it. Oh, and there's something written on the back of it. Put the plate back so that the back of its back is facing the door. Okay, so put the plates back so that the back of its back's back is facing the door. So then that's the backs, which I think just means it's front. Professor, I think my brain just melted. It's not difficult to unless you take your time with it. Be sure to examine anything near your feet. Not that it matters. There's nothing you can do to get through this door. Luke, can I ask you a question? You just did. You said that we must do something in front of the door. How will you know if we did it? I mean, how can you tell from behind a closed door? Even though I can't see you, I'll know what you're doing from here. Really? And how was that? I can speak no more. You'll just have to figure it out from there. He'll know even if he can't see. So what is he looking for here? Oh, wait. The inside of this lid is marked with the number 3. Perhaps there are other similar lids. Now that you've had a look, please put the cover back on my food. I may eat it later. Wait. 2, 3... Please don't touch my bed. It was a gift from my mother, and it's quite important to me. No clues there. An action that he'll know we're doing even if he can't see us. What's this? There's a 6 written in the pen on the underside of the mat. Or is it a 9, Professor? Should we read it as if we're coming out of the door or going in? It doesn't matter. That's not something I can see anyway. What is it, Professor? Emmy, we may be getting too caught up in these numbers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so then 2, 3, 6, 7. The number 1 on the corner of the frame. It appears to have been put there recently, but why? Feel free to examine the picture all you want, but please put it back in its place when you're done. Okay, so that would be 1. Wait, what was this one again? Yeah, it's... Okay, so then that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I need 4 and 5. What else in here can I interact with? This is the most optimal strategy, obviously. Click everywhere I haven't clicked yet. Who is it? Now, Luke, you know who it is, and you seem awfully well prepared, almost as if you were expecting me. Have you solved my puzzle yet? Or perhaps I've stumped the great Professor Layten. Luke, that isn't very polite at all. It is quite all right, Emmy. Let's continue our investigation. But, Professor, he owes you an apology. Perhaps we owe him a solution. Let's find a way to open this door. You're much more patient than I am, Professor. The door is locked. So what is this something that we are supposed to do? Professor, we're overlooking the simplest way to get this door open. What is that? Okay. Emmy, please don't do that. I'm not sure how I could explain that to Clark, that we broke his son's door because we couldn't solve a puzzle. Also, that would be a really big dick move. Whoops, this again. Really not sure what else I can interact with here. I think that just hit the... One, 2, 3, 6, 7. Let's see. But where are 4 and 5? You know what? I'm just gonna see what happens if I call Luke before that. We're ready, Luke. You know what you have to do? I believe so, yes. Professor, are you sure? Then let's begin. Please stand in front of the door. Remember, you can't do anything to solve this puzzle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Yeah, obviously not. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that yet, actually. Master Luke has been holed up in his room for a while now. I can't even tidy up in there. Is this sort of behavior typical for Luke? Oh no, he's usually quite lively. He's such a good little boy. If you ask me, it's because his mother has been gone for so long. That's hard on a child, you know. He's quite mature for his age, but he's a rather sensitive boy. Where is Luke's room? Upstairs at the end of the hall. Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't think I think I am supposed to find something to... Well, this is a blast from the past. Clark as an undergraduate. Oh, that's too bad. You're not in that photo too, Professor. Hint coin. Hint coin combo. The windows are so clean, you barely know they're there. Somebody must be taking pride in keeping these planes spotless. Even with his mayoral duties, Clark remains a keen archaeologist. Gonna make a save state and then try the puzzle again. There. Try again if you'd like, but I'm warning you, you can't do anything to solve the puzzle. Can't do anything to solve the puzzle. I know exactly what to do then. Can't do anything to solve the puzzle. I'm not going to do anything to solve the puzzle. Genius. Or idiotic. Oh my god, it worked. That is what you had to do. You can't do anything to solve this puzzle. Or in other words, to solve this puzzle, you can't do anything. Nothing was the thing we had to do to solve this riddle. An interesting puzzle, Luke. Oh my god, I cannot... So that's gonna end today's episode of Professor Layten in the Last Specter. I'm gonna go jump off a bridge. Just kidding. There are no bridges in this icy pocket dimension I call a home. Wait, but what about the numbers? Luke may be young, but he certainly knows the term red herring. I can't believe I fell for that. I was starting to think all sort of crazy things. Now, Luke, are you convinced that we are who we say we are? Luke, will you open the door now? As I promised.
A clever puzzle, Luke. Your letter. I thought you might want it back.
Professor, you think Luke wrote the letter?
Clark was never a fan of typed correspondence. He always wrote his letters out in longhand. Moreover, only someone very close to Clark would know about our past together. This someone would know I could never ignore a friend in need.
Are you really Professor Layten?
Is this true, Luke? How could you do something like this? What were you thinking? Were you even thinking at all? Here now. Don't you turn your back on me again.
Clark, please.
Forgive me. The boy has barely spoken to me in the last 6 months. He's been so withdrawn since the appearance of the Spectre, I don't know what else.
Very soon, the world will end.
Oh yeah, I should probably mention that, apologize for the poor audio quality. It's like not been too bad, but that's not like the recording or your phone or whatever you're watching this on. It really is just this emulator's kinda glitchy, so sorry about that. The end of the world? What do you mean by that? I mean what I just said. Luke, you can't say something like that and not elaborate. He just won't open up to anyone. He wasn't always like this. When he does speak, it's only to say something incrustable. As you saw, prophecies. Absurd. Prophecies? It's all my fault. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Clark? I'm sorry. I have urgent business I must attend to in my study. We can discuss this later. Luke, Mr. Layten is a close friend. Please talk with him. Perhaps you could even help him. Thank you, Herschel. I'm afraid that it is time for Master Luke to retire. What now? We're right in the middle of something. It's still light out. Nevertheless, it is bedtime. If I may, Donald, I'd like to ask Luke just one more thing. Luke, though the town has been repeatedly attacked by the Specter, no one has been injured. It seems that an oracle alerts the town people about which areas to evacuate from. Luke, I believe that you are this oracle. Am I correct? What? Absurd. Luke, I must ask you a very important question. Do you know when the Specter will appear next? Master Luke will not stand for such balderdash. Please leave at once. Tonight. The Specter will appear tonight. But how could you know that? Tonight? If you want, I can show you where it will appear next. I would very much like that, Luke. Master Luke, this joke is in quite poor taste. Calling it now, he's the bad guy. Also, I'm pretty sure he was in the opening cutscene, so if that didn't give away that he's the bad guy, this does. Please don't tell my father about this, Donald. Master Luke, Are you certain this is okay? Yes, Donald. Did you tell the townspeople? Did you tell them about the Specter just as before? I did. I will make a final tour of the area to ensure that everyone has gone. But where will the Specter appear tonight? Great Ellie Street. Then we must go now. Even if we can't stop the Specter, we must confirm Luke's prediction. Good luck. Luke seems to be able to predict precisely where and when the Specter will appear, but how? I find it hard to see how Luke can predict the Specter's appearance without ever leaving the house. Perhaps there is a connection between the ruined street and the giant mentioned in this letter. As I suspected, Clark did not write the letter, which raises the question. Who did? It appears that it was Luke who wrote the letter, but why? Well, let's see. Where are we headed, Luke? The Specter will appear tonight on Great Ellie Street in the North Ellie district. That boy we met earlier today said they were evacuating that area. It seems that Donald has given them a warning. Luke, what's the fastest way to North Eli? There is an intersection past the boat landing. From there, we need to go north. I'll show you the way. That's the area the police blocked off, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I believe that the police have been helping with the evacuation. We saw a house earlier that had been destroyed by the Specter. Do you know anything about that? Brock's house, you mean? Yes, it was attacked. No one was hurt, but his house was destroyed. Well, yeah, pretty much. So, that was the Specter's handiwork. I certainly hope we can help the people of Mr. Allery, Professor. I'm sure we'll find something useful. I'm sure we'll find something useful in North LA, but first I'd like to see all of the damaged buildings. Has the Specter attacked many areas around town, Luke? I'm afraid so, Mr. Layten. Let's go back to Brock's house. I would like to be certain that we didn't miss anything the first time. Whoops. Let's see, where was it again? Oh, Hey, there's Luke, my boy. Glad to see you get some fresh air, kid. Oh, hello, Bucky. Growing boys like you need to get outside and play. You trust old Bucky, you'll have a lot of fun playing outside with this. Thank you very much, Bucky. The toy train minigame has been added to the trunk. You got a new course for the toy train, Bucky's Train. Bucky gave you a toy train set. Toy train has been added to the professor's truck. Lay down your tracks and let your train do the rest. Try and collect all the different courses. Look at those rugged overalls. They're perfect for boating. Come back later for a boat ride. Right now we're dealing with maintenance issues, but we'll be back up and floating soon. Be sure to stop by then. Let's see, Brock's house was this way, right? Oh, we need to go south if you still want to go back to Brock's house. Oh, of course. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. For the Specter, this would be like swatting a fly. Oh yeah, I gave him like a robot voice. The Specter crushed my house. Now I've got a flat. Beat that. Bwahaha. I'm sorry about your home. It was lucky you weren't hurt. It wasn't luck. The Oracle said it was coming. The Oracle should become a meteorologist. The police evacuated us out of... sure, but what now? I think I let my Specter insurance lapse. Feel free to laugh with me anytime here, folks. Bwah ha 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 ha. Laughing at a time like this can make some of us feel rather sad. True enough. Let's leave him. He, needs to deal with this. Luke, whatever other places were hit by the Specter? There's a house east of the crossroads that's still being repaired. Then, let's head there. Luke, after you. Alright, let's go. Okay, yep. Some houses along with the canal were damaged with the Specter. Most of them have been repaired by now. Was there any connection between the damaged houses? What are you thinking, Professor? Oh, nothing. Yet. But you must be thinking about something. We're going to need to gather a bit more information here, Emmy. Luke, where else can we see evidence of the attacks? I'm sorry, but I think this is the only place that would have any damage remaining. It's a bit weird if this if the Specter has been attacking so frequently and destroying whole houses every time. I think it'd be a bit weird that this place. Alright, let's head to North Ellie and see if the Specter will appear there next. North Ellie is just north of the crossroads. I'll show you the way. I hope the police aren't still blocking the way. How are you, pal? Hello, Thomas. Why, if it isn't little Luke Tritton. Where's your father today? My father is at home. I see. Wanted to ask what I could have done to make your mother so angry with me. She always came by to talk over her travel plans, but this time she left without even a word. She must have had a reason she didn't want to talk to me and to go off alone. She always loved family vacations, unless your father were fighting. Oh, sorry, Luke. Don't listen to me, I was just blabbling. Your parents get along better than anyone. You just let me know when your mom gets back in town. She's been gone quite a while. I don't know when she'll be back. Sometimes adults have to go do their own thing for a bit. She'll be home soon to spoil you rotten. That wasn't depressing at all. Oh, there's a guy here. I wouldn't fancy drinking this water. Hey there, tourists, eh? Yes, well, something like that. My name is Mido. Call me Mido. I won't go into details, but my name is Mido, and you should leave at once. Mythology is dangerous right now. Sightseeing here is not a good idea. And did I mention my name is Mido? Are you referring to the Specter? If so, you needn't worry. How do you know about the Specter? Legend of the Specter is not supposed to leave our borders. We've been asked by Mayor Trenton to investigate the affair. The mayor? Really? Perhaps he's more competent than I thought. But how good are your detective skills. Let me see you work here. Right. Let's see. Well, the photograph shows two cyclists passing each other on a hill. The camera was tilted when it was taken, making the incline look completely flat. Can you tell which side of the photo is actually uphill? Remember, you can tap either A or B to enter your answer. Okay, let's see. Interesting. Well, I think that the right is downhill. Why isn't... One sec. I seem to have issues, be having issues with my controller right now. I think I'm going to save the game for now and call it a day. Don't think this was anywhere near as long as the last one, but hey, I gotta deal with some technical difficulties. So, see you guys later. And remember, I really need a catchphrase or something.